Welcome to everybody today. Thank you for tuning in and joining me. We will kick off and talk about how you can become a mogul of your industry. Let's jump into it. How to become a mogul of your industry. Now, the reason why I think it's so important to think about it from this perspective, to really want to harness and become a mogul of your industry, is because it makes it so much easier when you're having conversations. It makes it so much easier when you're talking to people about your business. If they already know who you are, they already know what your business is about, they already know what your beliefs are, what your aspirations are, how you help people. It makes things so much easier. And you've probably seen it yourself where, you've been interacting with people's content, you've been on their database, you've seen them around for some time, and you just go, look, that's a person that I want to work with. I know I want to work with. It might not be right now, but you know that it's someone that you want to interact with, that you want to do work with, that you want to have some fun with. That's what becoming a mogul of your industry is and does, is it positions you as that core person, as the person that they should have really no other preconceived idea about. So they just go, look, I want to just work with you. That's it. No one else, done and dusted. And if you can craft that into your business, into your marketing message, it just means that everything else becomes easy. Now, I've started to become a bit of a fan of golf, play terribly, but I like it. Now, the best analogy that I've ever heard when it comes to how marketing and sales play together is like golf. Right? Sales is really your short game, your putting game, like getting the ball to the hole. Marketing is everything else. How close you can drive yourself onto the green, how close you can drive yourself to the hole so that you can put it in. That is what marketing is. And that's what good marketing is, getting as close to the hole as possible, right? Getting as really, really, really close as you can so that it makes it much easier for you to be able to put that ball into the hole. That is what becoming a mogul of your industry is all about. And I give you guys 3 tips on how to be able to create that as well. Tip number 1, right? Tip number uno that you need to do is you have to become omnipresent, right? You have to become omnipresent. Now, that's probably a word that's been thrown around a lot, that has been probably, for lack of better terms, bastardized a little bit by people saying that's what you need to do. All that means is that on the platforms where people are, you need to be consistent. On the platforms that people are and that you're engaging on, you need to be posting consistently, be showing up consistently. In my eyes, you need to be advertising consistently. Because if you're not doing any of those, it's very easy for you to fall away from top of mind. It's very easy for you to fall away from the mogul position, which is what we want for you guys. So you need to make sure that you have consistent content. You need to make sure that you have ongoing, as I said, interaction with the potential clients that you have. You have ongoing advertising. It doesn't have to be tons of money. You can run ads for as little as $1 a day, $1.50 a day on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Snapchat, whichever platforms it is that you're choosing, right? But you need to make sure that you are consistent with it. So if you can be consistent with those 3 things, with your advertising, with your marketing message, right, with your content that's going and being distributed on those platforms, it's very easy for you to be positioned as omnipresent. It's very easy for people to have that consistent top of mind relevance for you, so that when they are thinking about who do I want to work with, when they are thinking about who is it that I should be investing in and giving my money to, you are the only logical choice. You are the person that comes front of mind to them because they see you every day. They hear you every day, right? Same as us, that we have obviously this group where we give tremendous content. We have a podcast that we release every week. We post regularly on Instagram, on Facebook, as much as possible, so that we can be positioned as top of mind, as front of mind for you. So if you ever need help growing your business, you should be thinking your social voice, Kim Barrett. That's what our goal is to make sure that that's top of mind for you, so that you can just consistently over time, whenever you need, we're going to be there. Hence why we do these lives every single week. Now, if you can, as I said, if you can tie those 3 things into becoming omnipresent, that is step 1, right? That is step 1 for you to be able to really become a mogul of your industry, right? And there's 2 more to come. Now, number 2, right? Number 2 is to use retargeting, right? Number two in becoming a mogul. Now, not just the normal retargeting. So if you don't know what retargeting is, or remarketing is, depending on what platform you've interacted with and operated on, a lot of times what people think retargeting is, like, you go to a website, you look at a new pair of shoes, you go back on Facebook, there's an offer for you to go, hey, come back and buy that pair of shoes, right? That's essentially retargeting, remarketing. What that means is you've done something, they've identified that you're someone who's done something, go onto a shoe website, right? And what they then identify is, after you've been to that shoe website, they go, hey, you're someone that we want to sell shoes to. Let's run an ad to them and bring them back. They drop a little piece of what's called a pixel, which is a little piece of code that fires and triggers off on your profile, their website. Then they go, great, this is the person who's going to buy some shoes. Let's make sure that we interact with them and send them more ads. Now, that's essentially retargeting or remarketing. Now, there's another layer to this, right? There's another layer to this, which I'm going to touch on. There's another layer to this, which is video retargeting. So what you can do, and a really effective way to be able to become a mogul of your industry, is if someone watches a specific video, right? If someone watches a specific video, you can retarget them. So like I mentioned before, becoming a mogul of your industry is where you are top of mind, you're front of mind for people. They go, hey, you're the person I want to work with. They understand your values, what you do as a business, and who you are, and who you as a business believe in, what beliefs you have, right? We can position that to people via video, and we can retarget and remarket to them based on the videos that they watch, right? We call this the Mogul method, where you would have 3 tiers of video. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Number 1 is a bit more broad brushstroke. It's the things that are going to be appealing to the more, I would say, the more general audience that you would have across the board. Then you would have more specific, like the deeper content verticals that you would have. Like, what are the 4 pillars that really hold up your business, and what you stand for, and what you do, and how you operate. And then the third, as I like to call it, is blockbusters, where it's like that shows you as a person inside your business. It's a bit more, I would say, edited. It's a bit more polished, right? It's a bit more higher quality of a video, a bit more of a highlight reel, if you will. And that's really the level where you want people to be interacting with, going, I want to work with these people. I want to be interacting with them because I've already got to know what their overarching beliefs are. I got to know what they do as a business, and I know who they are as a business. So if you can have those 3 key levels, you can apply the Mogul method, right? Where people watch level 1, then they see level 2, then they see level 3, and it's like, hey, well, they should obviously come and work with you in your business. It would be stupid for them not to work with your business, right? That's the level of impact that we want to have, where people are going, hey, I need to work with these guys. Again, I would be foolish not to. That's the level of interaction we want to have. That's the level of commitment and connectedness we want to have from that perspective. So if you could tie in those 3 levels, you will be able to be really a mogul of your industry, because you have shown them all of that, what your business is about, all the key aspects that your business does, how it's delivered, and how they operate. So if you can do that, and do it effectively, again, you will become the mogul of your industry, just plain and simple. Now, the third level to becoming a mogul of your industry is to follow up, right? The third key to becoming a mogul of your industry is to follow up. And it sounds foolish, but I can't tell you how many people's email lists I've been on, or phone lists I've been on, and I haven't had follow-up emails from them in some time. That is probably the worst thing that you can do if you want to become a mogul of your industry, because people still need you to stay top of mind. If they don't go on social media for a little while, right, then they're not going to see your ads. But if they're on your email database, you need to have consistency. You know, Gary Vee said it best in his book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. It's like you still need to be able to give value to people. So by building your own email database, by building your own database that's external to any social media platforms, because again, platforms can go down, your accounts can go down on those platforms, which we don't want to be reliant on, right? We don't want to be reliant on someone else's platform. So if we can make sure that we have a way for us to communicate with people outside of, external to everything else, then you'll see that you'll have a huge increase, a huge outcome when it comes to becoming a mogul of your industry, when it comes to generating more leads, when it comes to generating more sales, when it comes to generating more engagement and excitement. But if you don't do that, again, it's very easy people not to see anything. Like our Facebook group, as an example, every week we put up a post, we remind people that we have a call going on. that we're going to be jumping on and doing a live training for them. We also send it out on email. We think that we wouldn't have to remind people. We do. Some people still miss it. We also send the replay. But if we didn't do that, right, the number of people that would see it, that would interact with it, that would come through and communicate with us would dramatically decline. So we know that we have to do that to stay front of mind, to stay at a high level of interaction, because if we do that, we do it effectively, then we will be set up for the best chance of success. But if we don't, again, it's very hard for you to stay top of mind for someone. Very hard to stay top of mind for someone if you don't give them the avenues to stay top of mind. If you're not running ads, if you're not regularly posting content, if you're not communicating with them via email or any other means, very hard to do. So you need to make sure that you stay on top of that by doing all those key things. If you do all those key things, you will set yourself up for success. You'll be able to become a mogul of your industry. So to recap, number 1, be omnipresent. Number 2, leverage retargeting and remarketing. Number 3, keep communication high, email database or phone database. If you can do those 3 things, easily be positioned as the mogul of your industry. That's all you have to do, is just to implement those 3 things. Just implement one of them, and you'll probably find that you'll start to get even better and better results by just applying one of those. But if you apply all 3 of those principles, you will see a huge increase in your results. If you need any other help, you can always just reach out to us, your social, or drop a comment to say, help me, and we're here for you. Okay, growing your business using social media advertising. But until then, guys, I'm Kim. You all have been awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, I will say adios, and I'll see you all very soon.